Happy 30th birthday TCC. I've been asked to do 30 sayings of the wise, and I've picked saying 15. We'll expand on it. So, saying 15 is from Proverbs 23:17 to 18. Do not let your heart envy sinners, but always be zealous for the fear of the Lord. And it continues. There is surely a future hope for you, and your hope will not be cut off. What do I get from that verse? Let me think. So, in the world, sin is everywhere. Work colleagues talk about sin. You probably hear sin being talked about at school, wherever you are, with your friends. And sometimes sin can be seen as cool. It can be satisfying, it can be the thing to do. Sin is what people talk about, it's what people brag about, but you shouldn't envy it. You should be content with trying to go after righteousness. An example of maybe envying sin is maybe at your job. Maybe, for example, I'm just thinking of an example off the top of my head. Let's say your colleagues were bragging about, let's say, stealing from your job, and they're like, you know what, I don't get paid enough at this job, and I steal this amount of money from my job, or I steal these things from my job, or I take advantage of this at my job. And they might be bragging about, this is just an example, how much extra money they've got from stealing. Stealing is not good, by the way, but it's, that's what they could be bragging about. And you could be sitting there envying them, going, you know what, no, I don't get paid enough. I should steal. I should take more from my job because they're not paying me enough. Because, look how well they're doing. They're sinning, but they're doing so well. But saying 15 saying, don't envy when people are sinning. Whatever they do, if it's not just stealing, if it's other sins, don't envy it. Always be zealous for God. Always go for the Lord. Go for the Lord and for righteousness and not for sin. No matter how appealing it is, always be zealous for God. Because you can get that, you could go after sin, for example, stealing from your job, and then you could lose your job, or you could get called out, or it might, you could get something badly could happen and it'll come back on you. So don't envy when people are sinning, because sometimes it could be tempting for us to sin because they're doing it and that's the in thing. Don't do it. And the next bit is that the last bit of saying 15 is there is surely a future hope for you, and your hope will not be cut off. So I believe what he's saying from this bit is there is hope. Sin is appealing. Sin is gratifying. Sin is what everyone is doing. But just because you're not doing it doesn't mean there's no hope for you. Follow righteousness, and there will be hope. And be zealous for God. Done.